I can't imagine anymore being that kid where you're trying to figure out whether you're LGBTQ or one of our letters or something else, and having someone and then having no one to talk to because you're fearful.
In a recent survey of 28,000 members of the LGBTQ community between the ages of 13 and 24, the Trevor Project found 67% have experienced recent symptoms of anxiety, 54% experienced recent bouts of depression, and 41% seriously considered attempting suicide in the past year.
I often don't like to focus just on suicide risk because I think it undermines how much joy there is in the queer community. And I think sometimes we talk about it a little bit too much and it gives the wrong idea, but we do know that having one safe, supportive adult decreases suicide risk by 40%.
Hershey Hirschkopf and Jessica Goff are two of the three leaders who oversee Seacoast Outright. The group runs a variety of programs throughout the state to provide resources and support to LGBTQ plus youth. Those programs include youth groups, parent support groups, the annual Portsmouth Pride event, and educational outreach training.
101 for folks to learn how to work with LGBT youth, learn how to ask for pronouns and the difference between gender and sexual orientation.
We've gotten calls from like school counselors who just don't feel, it's not like they're homophobic or transphobic. It's just they're not competent in this and feel way out of their league. And you can see how specialized it becomes. And getting everybody that expertise is really important.
According to the Trevor Project, a major obstacle spotted in their survey is access to mental health care. Of the 81% who expressed a desire for mental health care, only 44% were able to receive it. Some of the top reasons included a fear of talking about their concerns with someone else, not wanting to get parent permission, affordability, and a fear of being outed.
There is pretty much a hard and fast rule an agreement among our community that we do not out people. That is just the way it is. You do not out people. It is a deeply personal decision about who you come out to and when and how.
Local advocates say the decision of when to come out has been under threat in recent years due to the state's proposal of a so-called parental bill of rights. Supporters say it gives parents more oversight of their child's interactions in school, but opponents say it would basically mean that schools would be outing gay, lesbian, and transgender students to their parents. A group led by a statewide legislature organization called 603 Equality works to educate lawmakers on these concerns. Ultimately, the bill was tabled for the 2023 state legislative session.
I think that was an eye-opener for some of them. I think some of them just, on its face, it sounds so reasonable that parents need to know every single thing that's going on with their kid. It's time to embrace each other, understand each other's differences. And, in that old saying, none of us are free until all of us are free.
Jamie Staten, WMUR News 9.